Welcome back to our channel, Italy In and Out. I'm Irene.
I'm Barbara, and today we have a special guest with us, Linda. So, hello, Linda. Welcome.
Hello,
Hi,
girls.
Linda. How are you?
I'm good. I'm okay. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. It's our pleasure. So, Linda, tell us something about yourself. So, where from Italy are you from? Where are you at the moment? And something about your partner as well.
Okay, so I'm from the north of Italy. I'm from a small village 100 kilometers from Turin, up north on the Alps. And I was born there. I grew up there, but then I moved a bit around Italy first, and then I went to live in Ireland for a few years. And there I met my partner, and he's Brazilian. So at the moment I'm in Rio de Janeiro, I'm in Brazil. And since 2017, so we have been doing, for the last 3 years, we have been doing few months in Brazil and the rest in Italy. So we have been doing this kind of easy life between continents. But yeah, so at the moment I'm in Brazil, but I spend most of the time.
Pretty interesting, yeah.
Yeah, from outside it seems so, oh, that's so cool, amazing, but then there is a bit of bureaucracy and
yeah. So you mentioned that your partner is from Brazil. So my question is, like, what do you think is the main difference between Italian and Brazilian guys? What were your first impressions like?
Well, he was the first Brazilian I met at the time, so I didn't really have too much of a reference between the two types, I would say. Well, Italy is so different, you know, well, you know it, and so I'm gonna compare to my friends in the north. And what I see, if I compare a person from Rio and a person from the north, is that, for example, what I liked from the beginning is that he dances. So he likes to, it's a different kind of, human touch that they have here compared to maybe the north of Italy, which is welcoming, but still a bit cold sometimes, especially at the beginning. So this is what I liked as a first impression. So really easygoing, open, and really straightforward, I would say. So yeah.
So he was spinning you around.
Well, yeah, maybe my friends home, like, they're a bit more shy, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you have any challenges to face at the beginning of the relationship?
Well, language was a challenge at the beginning. And of course, because we were speaking English between us, but English was not our first language. So sometimes you have some lack of communication, I think, because English is not my language, but it's not his as well. So we were missing words to express ourselves. So after a few months, I would say maybe less than 1 year, we started speaking with our own languages, which was a bit weird at the beginning. But now, for example, it has been 5 years together. And it's so strange because with him, I just speak Italian and he replies to me in Portuguese.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's a bit weird because I don't feel, I feel like I'm in Italy all the time, and because I speak Italian all the time, I don't feel I'm communicating with someone who doesn't speak Italian with me. So yeah, we did this immersive thing.
Yeah.
And the first obstacle was language, I would say. So how to communicate, to communicate if you don't speak my language and I don't speak yours? How are we gonna deal with it? And it's a process, I guess, no? Little by little.
It takes
you
time.
Find your own words as well. Maybe you make up words together, no? It happens in every relationship, I guess. You can create your own words in a,
and you resolve it perfectly, I would say, yeah.
And also, so sorry.
Sorry, please go on.
No, and also, of course, distances, because Brazil is not too close to Italy. And so at the beginning was hard to, every time we had some time free, so Christmas, for example, where are we gonna go? we're going to go to Brazil, to Italy, we're going to split, we're going to go together. So it was a kind of a game, a challenge, like this year to my house and next year to yours and so on. But sometimes it's not so easy to decide what to do.
And speaking maybe about these difficulties and challenges, is there anything else? For example, your routine, because I just know maybe you didn't have the same routine in the beginning and you just need to like set up. Yeah,
food.
Yeah. Okay.
This is banal. No, maybe it's banal. Yeah, I don't know you girls, but Irene as well. This is banal, but food. Well, food, not about what to eat, but about how. Like, I like to have my times, and I like to, 12:30, 1:30, whatever. But we have a time, we sit down, we say buon appetito, and then we start. There was no time at all. And sometimes I was following him, for example, let's go out to the market on Saturday morning. And then 12:30, I was in my mind,
I'm hungry.
Eat, what are we gonna do? And we were spending the full morning without thinking about eating, and then maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock. Let's go to have a sandwich now. Yeah. There was, oh my God, no, I don't think I can eat anymore. It's like, so it was hard for me to express and to say, this is what I want. Now I do it. So he says that I'm a bit intense sometimes. Because now I am. Now we are gonna sit, we are gonna say buon appetito, and you start eating with me.
I know what you mean, because my husband always tell me that I can't start eating unless I have condiments on the table. I need to have olive oil, salt and pepper, and he wouldn't have that, or he wouldn't put like a tablecloth or table mats. And I need to have that, because I think we're so used to having, I don't know, it's like a process, like a ritual. You put the tablecloth, you put the condiments on the table, you put the nice cutleries, fork and knife. He never wants a knife, and every time I'm like, knife? And he's like, no. And I'm like, come on. It's so frustrating.
It's subliminal messages for a few years, and then they learn, I guess. It's
slowly.
Yeah, but what he was doing that was kind of making me so like irritated, I was maybe heating up some food or cooking something, and then I was saying, are we gonna eat? Yeah, of course, blah, blah, blah. Preparing everything, and then the plate was already on table, and he was, I'm gonna have a shower. What?
No.
I just heat it up, and it's gonna get cold now. It's okay. It's not okay. So this kind of perception of like rituals, or how we're gonna do this. There are some rules to follow. For me, in my mind, there were. Yeah. And now I'm much more flexible, but you have to adjust here. Find a compromise.
It takes time, but you slowly get there. You slowly let them know.
Yeah.
How it works. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I can share from my point of view, which I'm like on the other side, because it's something I had to learn, because like in Slovakia, we have this culture, like sit at the table and eat at a certain time. But it's maybe not so strict, I would say, as in Italy, cutlery and everything, but maybe sometimes we used to eat alone. But now this is something I really appreciate, and which I learned in Italy, like I'll sit down everybody together at the table and let's eat and share the moment together. So as a foreigner, I really appreciate it. So thank you again for teaching me.
And was it hard for you at the beginning was it hard to adapt?
No, it wasn't really hard, because, for example, we have this time, like we have a breakfast, let's say at 7, and we have a lunch at 1:30 and so on. So we have like a strict time for the meals, but maybe, somebody is out and, we don't wait for him. Or, for example, if somebody is not hungry at the moment, he or she doesn't need it at the time, but so it wasn't like completely strange to me, I just master it, I would say.
Yes. Great.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess it's a nice ritual. It's nice feeling, but it can be hard for people if they're not used to it.
Yeah, but for example, when it comes to my house in Italy, he's really, well, he's the one who looks at the time, and he follows. I guess when you are there with my family, he feels like, no, we have to eat all together. And when maybe I cook, and there he was, but we're not gonna go and eat in your parents' house, you know. He's like, well, you know what you want. Now he wants to go because I guess he likes it. But in his family, they are too. I mean, Brazilians, they love to stay together, and they eat together, and they are really close together. But there are not so many rules like we have, maybe. So we were eating together, but maybe, yeah, like you were saying, Barbara, one was starting first and then the other later on. And then, you know, there was not a moment where we were all together eating. So,
but you trained him well, so now he knows.
Now he knows when is it in Italy. Here, still, we have to,
He's in his own zone there, so. Mm-hmm. And you were saying that you kind of, when you met, you were some months you were in Brazil and then some months were in Italy. But after how many months you were kind of living together? Did you move in together
always.
At some point? Always.
Yeah, we were always. I mean, in Dublin we lived together for 1 year. We met, and then a couple of years passed by, maybe, or a bit less, and then we moved together. But when we left Ireland to do this life, we never kind of split. When we are in Italy, we are in Italy. When we are in Brazil, we are in Brazil together. So we never did like a long distance relationship.
And there was something challenging in the house? Like living together?
Well, when you live together and you also work remotely, I mean, I give classes, he works as well at home. Of course, it's not easy to spend 24 hours per day with the same person. And but I guess, this you adjust as well. I think it's important just to have your own space in the house where you can just go and listen to your music and not care about what the other person is doing in the house. But I guess many people now experimented that during the lockdown. I think you did a video as well, Irene.
Yes. Yes, in the previous house, we were working in the same room. So during lockdown, we were in the same room for 2 months. In this new house, we have at least 2 separate rooms, which feels, it feels nice to have your own space and, to be away from each other for a bit.
For 2 meters, 2 meters away.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, where is he gone? But it's a nice, it's good to have, as you were saying, good to have space and kind of have a chance to have your moment for yourself.
It's important when you can go out. It's important to have your own friends as well, I guess, like to have your life in a bit, because if not, you live always together, you have everything together. I think it's important as well to cultivate your passions in a way, to do courses, language classes, or whatever it is yours,
Definitely. And this situation, as you spend like all day together, is it actually possible to say who is in charge of your family life?
Always women are in charge.
What a question.
Good question. Sorry,
Okay. No, well, it depends. I guess it depends on,
Okay.
Like he does a lot of cleaning, I would say. So it depends on the person you live with, I guess. So you adapt as well. You find your own task, weekly task.
Yeah. And you were saying, Linda, that you kind of, because you live together, then you have to have your own kind of time. How do you like to spend your time as a couple, or maybe as your own person? Do you like to do things together, or?
Mm-hmm. We watch a lot of films, both at home and at the cinema. So we now it's not possible during like these last few months we didn't go, of course, but sometimes we love, for example, once a week to go to watch a film. So it gives you an opportunity to go out of the house, have a coffee somewhere, and then watch a film. Because also when you live always with the person and you are always together, it seems like you don't need anymore to have dates. Yes. But dates are beautiful, to go out and to to have dinner in a restaurant or so. So it's important to have still, dates or nights you go out and you do something together, I guess, even if it's the same person you live with.
Keeps the relationship alive, I guess.
Yeah.
And in terms of the movies, do you watch, in which language do you watch the movies?
Well, at the cinema usually is original language and then subtitles. I can watch in Brazilian films easily, and you can watch Italian films. You can watch Italian films. So it depends. And English films, we watch them in English, subtitles in English. Yeah.
Not dubbed anymore. Not dubbed.
No. Actually, I went to the cinema in Italy because, well, I don't know if people who are watching know, but in Italy, most of cinemas, especially in the countryside, are dubbed. No, like they're not in the original language. It's horrible. You see the mouth moving and then the voice is doing something else. What? No, not anymore, no.
Yes, I find it really strange, and I can't watch dubbed movies anymore. When I'm in Italy and there's like the TV on, I'm like, no, turn that off. It's so wrong.
It's ridiculous, like, no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like a nice hobby that you share together, and I can see that you find like a way how to spend free time together, and actually found many similarities between you. But I would like to ask, like, what is it when it comes to our family? What was it like, for example, to meet them for the first time? Was it something maybe that shocked you, or like a surprise?
They are loud. And well, I guess Italians are loud, but maybe in the north my family is loud as well, but they are 4 brothers, 1 sister, and many cousins, so they are louder because they are more than my family, many people. And language was a barrier for me at the beginning, because you have to have a mediator in a way, or you cannot talk about everything. You have to talk about chit chat or basic things, because you cannot speak the language. So the first time language was difficult. And also they were over polite with me. Maybe I was a new member of the family, so presents and Linda, and then hugs, and then so on. So I was more I didn't know what to do. And my partner, he didn't really explain me well how the traditions were. So, for example, I did the first last day of the year here, Capodanno. And, of course, I dressed like I usually dress in Italy. So I was dressed with a black dress. I went to his parents, and then am I okay? Yeah, okay. I went, everybody was white. Because the color of last New Year's Eve, everyone is white, like, I don't know, celebrating life. And I was like the only black person dressed in black in the room. And then it was, why you didn't tell me? Oh, but it's not important. But everyone is just white, and my whole dresses seems like I'm mourning or something.
Yeah. You didn't stand up at all. No one would notice you.
No, so I was a new person, all in black. And then, he didn't really explain too much. So I had to discover myself. And but they were always really welcoming and nice.
Yeah, so we are so happy to hear this, that you have like a really nice and positive experience. And so thank you very much for coming today and to share it with us, Linda. So once again, this is Linda. Yeah, thank you very much. You can check her Instagram account, which is Italian with Linda. Okay, she shares many times on literature, news, and speaking. So definitely worth to check out. And so thank you very much for coming today once again.
Grazie.
Thank you, Linda.
Grazie mille, ragazze.
Grazie.
Ciao. Ciao.